r/ask Reddit. What statement makes you roll your eyes immediately? When someone says they are the CEO of their company they started 2 weeks ago. CEO at full-time mummy. Anything concerning detox diets. Wouldn't it be nice if we had specialized organs in our body specifically for the purpose of all the nasty things that we keep putting in there? Oh wait, that's your liver. I had a co-worker who was trying to get me to do a cleanse. She asked me, well, if you don't do cleanses, then how do you remove toxins from your system? I responded with I poop. She responded with gross. So apparently my co-worker did not poop. Girls don't poop officially confirmed. Thanks Reddit. Unpopular opinion. But, goes on to state a fairly popular opinion. Or I know I'm going to get downvoted. But I'm a great drunk driver. You. Anytime a politician invokes religion, always feels like pandering, no matter how sincerely they hold to their faith. Plot twist edit. I'm a Christian, so I'm the one they're pandering to, but I always hate it when they do it and wish they'd keep their faith mostly separate from their work. In some European countries it's considered political suicide to mention your religion. As it should be, because it's irrelevant. It's healthier because it's all natural, so is arsenic, and I am not going to pour that stuff over my cornflakes, buddy. Similarly, it's hypoallergenic, it's only got natural ingredients, because no one has ever had an allergic reaction to natural things like, say, peanuts, or bees, or pollen, or ducking penicillin. You know, I thought he loved her, but then I saw the size of that ring. Only a 4 carat. Any conversation about wedding engagement ring size. Really, it's so tacky. If I were female, I would want a reasonably small ring so it doesn't get in the way of things. Preferably smooth, of course. If I were female my life would have been much different, so it's possible I wouldn't hold the same opinion. If I were female I'd probably just look at my boobs all day. Because this is the way we've always done it. Not saying that tried and true practices are bad, but either entertain the suggestion that you could be doing a task differently and get the same results more efficiently, or tell me that you have tested every possible alternative, and that this is the most effective way of completing the task. The new Jewish bride is making her first big dinner for her husband and tries her hand at her mother's brisket recipe, cutting off the ends of the roast the way her mother always did. Hubby thinks the meat is delicious, but says, "Why do you cut off the ends? That's the best part." She answers, "That's the way my mother always made it." The next week, they go to the old Bobby's house, and she prepares the famous brisket recipe, again cutting off the ends. The young bride is sure she must be missing some vital information, so she asks her grandma why she cut off the ends. Grandma says, "Darling, that's the only way it will fit in the pan." At my old job, when questioned as to why we were doing something a certain way and being unable to come up with a logical reason, the answer was because it fits in the pan. Then we figured out a better way. We only use 10% of our brains. Proper response is maybe you do. In fairness, everyone who says that really is using only 10% of their brain. As a mother, prefacing any and all discussions in a classroom setting. I think I get what you mean, but can you give an example? I'm just brutally honest. A better way to say that is I don't give a duck about your feelings. I know a wonderful opportunity with this awesome company called Amway. That's a cue for me to not only roll my eyes, but to promptly walk away. But here is the trick. They not only don't say Amway, they aren't allowed to, they invite you to something else. Let's say Dream Builders. And at a Dream Builders meeting it will eventually come up that Amway is a supplier to them. They say things like it's new to Canada and only just started in the West. But they are back to speaking of Dream Builders, not Amway, so you think, hey, ground floor. I went to a meeting once to appease a friend. Here are some of the things they said. Adults play recreational sports because they aren't winning at life. If your friends and family do not support you, then cut them off as they don't want you to be successful. Why would anyone go to university to become a doctor or a lawyer only then to be forced to work 8 hours a day to pay off their debt? Your income is limitless, and if you aren't making what you want, it's because you aren't pushing your friends and family enough. No one but us can teach you how to be independently rich. Because I had to work for their money and we make money while we sleep. I could be driving an expensive car and live in an expensive house, but I choose to drive this pose and save my money. MMHM, show me your bank balance then. One of my personal favorites. People who work 9 to 5 are just selling their bodies for money like a prostitute. Are you a prostitute? Edit tie for the gold. Things along the lines of it doesn't have any chemicals in it. Or I don't want to put chemicals in my body. PSSST. Everything is chemicals. Dude. How can you drink that? It's literally straight chemicals. Duck off, let me drink my water. Speaking as a Capricorn. God, I know. Capricorns are so ducking stupid. Watch yourself, mate. Anything involving this generation, I immediately disregard anything you're saying because it's almost always a generalized statement that applies to a small minority. So I roll my eyes around my grandparents a lot. This generation of computer processors are more efficient than the last. Rolls eyes. Rules are meant to be broken. No a-hole, that's the exact opposite reason rules are made for. A-holes are made to be broken. If you can't handle me at my worst, you certainly don't deserve me at my best. If you can't handle me at my deadliest, you certainly don't deserve me at my deadliest. Yep, dude. In my experience, whenever someone says that, what they actually mean is I'm perpetually pissed off and bitter. I don't believe in science. I always love the climate scientists are just in it for the money line. Yep, that guy doing complex mathematical modeling steered clear of the financial services sector so he could get his hands on some of that sweet researcher dough and roll up to the nightclubs in a beach in 2001 Ford Taurus with manual windows. He's playing us all for fools. On the stance of not wanting children, you'll change your mind someday. Or you won't know what true happiness is without kids. Duck everything about that sentence. I'm not racist, but that one makes me narrow my eyes. Asian? Anything to do with shakamology or other superfood smoothie MLM scheme. I've got a few friends now on Facebook who are constantly updating with photos of the smoothies they're about to eat, and how being a part of something so big is so amazing and life-changing. It also sucks because the ones on my feed are actually pretty freaking successful at it. They've got tons of people to join their little groups. I roll my eyes at all the comments from their minions. Oh my god, if I get one more ducking shakamology or it works invite, I will scream. Did you know that shakamology stuff costs like $200 a month? Duck that noise. Can't you make your own and just buy some bene fiber and protein powder and chuck in a multivitamin? Evolution is just a theory followed by me promptly walking in the other direction. Say gravity is also a theory, but I don't see you floating out the window. I went to UL, University of Life. It takes all my energy to muster up the chuckle they obviously want to elicit. I went there too, except I did it while I was attending an actual university. When my dad says he's got a new joke to tell us. Dad jokes are the most fun source of eye rolling. Any challenge to my masculinity, be a man, sack up, etc, etc, just makes me more deeply entrenched in my position. Stupid questions like who are you, and what are you doing in my bed with a knife, you know, that sort of thing. The problem is they took prayer and Jesus out of our schools. I'm not against religion, but this is just plain ignorant, no matter what religion you're talking about. Video games cause violence, breeds misogyny, inspire shootings, or anything to that effect. They are games. Please leave my video games alone. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.